Shohei Ohtani took another significant step toward returning to the mound, throwing a 26-pitch bullpen session ahead of the Dodgers' 3-1 win over the Philadelphia Phillies on Saturday. Although he didn't throw his full repertoire, no breaking balls were included, pitching coach Mark Prior noted that he did mix in a couple of splitters. This marked the third time Ohtani has thrown since February 25th, when the Dodgers eased him off pitching so he could concentrate on hitting ahead of their Tokyo series scheduled for March 18-19. While no definitive timeline has been set for his full return to pitching, manager Dave Roberts emphasized that the plan is to get him on a regular throwing schedule. It's a week, but then there's also the one in between, where he touches the mound on a Thursday, Roberts explained via MLB.com. The idea is to maintain a consistent 7-day program, gradually building up his workload so that when he does return to the rotation, he's fully prepared for game situations. At this point, Ohtani is still in the recovery phase after undergoing off-season shoulder surgery and an elbow procedure in September 2023, and he hasn't yet faced live batters during his rehabilitation. I think that the next phase would be using his entire pitch mix, and then what that would entail, probably like a 30-35 pitch bullpen, Roberts added, as reported by the Orange County Register. Once he's ready to rejoin the rotation, the Dodgers plan to implement a 6-man starting staff. But perhaps the most ambitious goal is to have him ready to pitch in time for the postseason, a target that has generated hope and anticipation among fans and analysts alike, including remarks from Fox broadcaster Ken Rosenthal. With each bullpen session, Ohtani is inching closer to resuming his dual role as both a dominant hitter and a formidable pitcher. As the Dodgers continue to carefully manage his return, the focus remains on ensuring he builds strength gradually, setting the stage for a potential postseason appearance that could further cement his legendary status in baseball.
What's up, baseball fans? Welcome back to our channel for an even deeper dive into one of the most closely watched stories in sports, the potential return to the pitching mound of Los Angeles Dodgers two-way phenom Shohei Ohtani. Following his tireless efforts in recovery, Ohtani has reached another significant milestone, igniting hope and excitement within the Dodgers faithful. Let's break down the specifics of his recent bullpen session and what it signifies for the Dodgers' long-term plans, especially as they set their sights on a deep postseason run. According to the latest information we've gathered, Shohei Ohtani threw a 26-pitch bullpen session before the Dodgers game against the Philadelphia Phillies this past Saturday, April 5, 2025. This marks a crucial step in his rehabilitation process following the shoulder surgery and elbow procedure he underwent in September of 2023. This event wasn't just a routine throwing session. It's a tangible sign that Ohtani is steadily progressing towards his highly anticipated return to the pitching rubber, something Dodgers fans have been eagerly awaiting. While Ohtani didn't utilize his full repertoire of pitches during this particular session, notably holding off on his breaking balls, pitching coach Mark Prior did reveal that he incorporated a couple of his devastating splitters. The splitter, with its characteristic drop and spin, is one of the most formidable weapons in Ohtani's pitching arsenal. The fact that he's already incorporating it into his throwing program is a positive indicator that his recovery is on track. This bullpen session was Ohtani's third time throwing since February 25. You might recall that the Dodgers had previously eased him off pitching duties around that time to allow him to fully concentrate on his hitting preparations leading up to their historic 2-game Tokyo series against the San Diego Padres in mid-March. With the regular season now in full swing, the focus has clearly shifted towards getting him back onto the mound in a safe and effective manner. At this juncture, the Dodgers haven't yet announced a concrete timetable for Ohtani's return to pitching. However, manager Dave Roberts has stated that the immediate goal is to get him established on a regular throwing schedule. As part of this plan, Ohtani is scheduled to throw again this coming Thursday, which would be April 10, 2025. Roberts explained that they are aiming to maintain a consistent 7-day program, with mound work interspersed on Thursdays to gradually increase his workload. It's vital to remember that Ohtani's recovery process is being approached with extreme caution. More so than a typical spring training buildup, this is due to the significance of the 2 surgeries he underwent. In a standard preseason, Ohtani would likely be throwing every 2 to 3 days. However, given his recent medical history, the Dodgers are prioritizing his long-term health and ensuring that he isn't rushed back prematurely. As of now, Ohtani has not yet faced any live batters during his recovery, which remains a significant benchmark to watch for. Manager Roberts also provided some valuable insights into the next phase of Ohtani's throwing progression. He indicated that the subsequent step will likely involve Ohtani utilizing his entire pitch mix during a bullpen session, potentially throwing in the range of 30 to 35 pitches. This will be a critical evaluation point to assess how his arm responds to a more demanding workload and the reintroduction of his breaking balls. Dodgers fans are undoubtedly eager for this next stage in his recovery. Another fascinating piece of information we've learned is that when Shohei Ohtani does eventually rejoin the Dodgers' starting rotation, the team intends to implement a 6-man rotation. This strategic decision would serve a dual purpose. It would help to carefully manage Ohtani's workload as he returns from injury, and it would also provide additional rest for the other starters in the rotation throughout the rigors of the long MLB season. With the pitching depth the Dodgers currently possess, deploying a 6-man rotation is a completely viable option that could yield significant benefits. However, perhaps the most compelling piece of information stemming from this video is the overarching objective for Ohtani's return to pitching. As esteemed MLB insider Ken Rosenthal pointed out during Saturday's Fox broadcast, the Dodgers' primary focus is to have Shohei Ohtani fully prepared to pitch when the postseason arrives. For a team with serious World Series aspirations, this strategy makes perfect sense. Having a pitcher of Ohtani's exceptional talent at the forefront of their rotation during the crucial playoff games would provide an immeasurable advantage. Ohtani's ability to dominate on the mound, combined with his unparalleled offensive prowess, could very well be the deciding factor in the Dodgers' quest for a championship. In conclusion, while we still await a definitive date for Shohei Ohtani's return to the pitching rubber, the progress he is demonstrating is incredibly encouraging. This recent 26-pitch bullpen session represents another positive stride forward in his rehabilitation journey, and the Dodgers have clearly formulated a meticulous and well-considered plan to ensure his safe and effective return. The ultimate aim is to have him contributing on both sides of the ball as the Dodgers make their push towards the World Series. What are your thoughts on Shohei Ohtani's recovery trajectory? How excited are you to potentially see him back on the mound for the Dodgers? And what kind of impact do you foresee him having come playoff time? Share your insights and predictions in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're following Ohtani's comeback closely. Subscribe to our channel for more in-depth Dodgers news and analysis. And ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of the thrilling developments in Ohtani's return. We'll catch you in the next one.